Hi everybody, welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. It is great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events that are happening this week.
So, somebody went to the Central Florida Zoo.
Yes, I did. I love the zoo. I have so many great memories there. But this time we were able to experience one of their cool animal encounters, which you can also do. So check out our experience with the Rhino Encounter. Here at the Central Florida Zoo, they are giving you amazing opportunities to get up close with some of their grand and famous residents. And I am here with Animal Operations Director Chris Torge, and we are here with really an amazing guy right next to us, PJ. Tell us who PJ is and how guests can get up close like this. This is incredible.
Sure, PJ is our greater one-horned rhinoceros, and from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you can book rhinoceros encounters, so you can get up close and personal with PJ, touch him, and ask questions of his trainers.
What an amazing opportunity. And you were telling me, I mean, PJ wouldn't necessarily appear in a Sanford area. This is a rare species found on the other side of the world.
Correct. So he is a threatened species of rhinoceros. He's a greater one-horned rhinoceros, and they're found in northern India and Nepal.
So with this Rhino Encounter, guests are to stay over here next to the fence. We've got Maggie, one of your senior zookeepers this morning, giving him a nice, healthy breakfast. I saw some fresh fruit in there.
Correct, yes. He gets a variety of different types of produce every day.
Different types of produce. I saw bananas, apples, alfalfa. Is that on the menu?
Alfalfa and coastal hay he has access to 24/7. And then he gets a breakfast, lunch, and dinner of rhinoceros grain and different types of produce. So altogether, he gets about 120 pounds of food a day.
Wow. So we've got a lot to feed because he's a big guy, about
Yes.
4,000 pounds, you
About
said?
4,000 pounds. That's an estimate. We don't have a scale big enough to measure him, but we do believe that he's on the bigger side of greater one-horned rhinoceros males.
So with some beast like this so grand, PJ, sorry, I'm not trying to shame you, but it's important for you with your guests to be safe because he is such a large animal.
Correct. So for our rhinoceros encounters, you'll get a safety briefing before you enter the area, and then you'll also get a safety briefing on how to safely touch PJ during the encounter.
So I see you've said earlier, he's parallel parked here, so
Yes,
the
he is.
guests will be able to approach with the keeper and given instructions. When I'm looking at PJ, it looks like he's been rolling around in the mud. That probably is nice and comfortable for him.
Yes, he rolls in the mud to keep himself cool, protects him from the bugs, and keeps him protected from getting a sunburn. So when guests do touch him, you know you are going to get a little muddy, but we do have a sink for you afterwards so you can wash off your hands.
So what's the protocol for giving PJ a few pats?
So he doesn't like anybody near his head or his tail area, so we basically just touch his belly and we go side to side.
Okay.
And if guests get really want to explore, you can get inside of those folds there because the texture's way different.
All right, I gotta touch Mr.
Go for it.
Wow, he's got some tough skin.
His skin is very tough. It's about 1 inch thick in certain spots, but it's very sensitive. You can feel a bug land on him, so that's why he rolls in that mud to keep.
Sensitive.
Yes, he can feel all of this, and he actually really likes it. So part of the treats that we give him throughout the day, we'll give him scratches, we'll use big brooms to scrub him down, and we even have a high-pressure fire hose that he likes to take a bath with.
Oh, no kidding. That'll definitely exfoliate the skin.
100%.
So being able to get up close like this for guests, this is so incredible. I know you guys encourage conservation for people to learn about the species, and you said earlier he is a rare species.
Yeah, so they're a threatened species of rhino, basically due to habitat destruction. They're getting pushed out of their habitat in India and Nepal, and part of the cost of the rhinoceros encounter gets donated to the International Rhino Fund, and that's a fund that helps all 5 species of rhinos around the world.
So yeah, if guests want to actually get up close like this with PJ, there are several opportunities to do that throughout the week, and they can go online.
Correct.
And
So
book those encounters.
Friday through Monday, we offer the encounters 3 times a day, and you just have to go to centralfloridazoo.org and hit animal encounters and then rhinoceros encounter.
So you heard it. If you want to get up close and personal with PJ over here and watch him eat a delicious breakfast to put on that weight that he needs to do every day, what an incredible way to learn about the species and to really see, these incredible creatures that we are blessed with in this world. Awesome.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, PJ. And thank you to Chris Storch,
course,
the
anytime.
Director of Animal Operations here at the Central Florida Zoo. Check it out, you guys. What's really cool is the rhinos, their favorite thing to do in the Florida heat is to roll around in the mud because it cleans them up.
And it's cool.
So when you get to touch them, use all that mud, and they definitely have an area where you can wash your hands after.
Oh, nice.
But it's a really
nice.
fun time.
Rhinos are really interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
They eat lots of vegetables.
Yeah.
Like pounds and pounds of
Yeah,
vegetables.
herbivores. Strongest animals on the planet are herbivores.
How about that?
Isn't that something?
Huh. Eat your veggies.
Well, the Mount Dora Center for the Arts is hosting Art in the Alley on November 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. Art in the Alley supports local and emerging artists on Royaloo Lane in historic downtown Mount Dora. And visual and performing artists will set up to showcase their talents and sell their artwork. You can also grab a map and experience a self-guided tour of local galleries and art studios. The event is free for artists to participate, and it's free to the public as well. Get info at mountdoraart.org.
It's time to honor the courageous men and women of the armed forces at the City of Orlando Veterans Day Parade in downtown Orlando. The Veterans Day Parade is one of Mayor Buddy Dyer's signature events, and this is its 25th anniversary. This year's theme is A Legacy of Loyalty and Service. The parade takes place on November 9th at 11 a.m., and the opening ceremony will take place at Orange Avenue near Central Boulevard. For more details, go to orlando.gov/events.
The annual flagship event of College Park's Main Street is taking place on November 9th from 5 to 11 p.m. The College Park Jazz Fest features 3 stages with 12 live bands performing jazz, R&B, rock, and more. Local shops and restaurants as well as food trucks will be open and ready to serve, and you can enter at any of the 8 entrance gates off Edgewater Drive. And if you live nearby, you're encouraged to bike or walk, as parking on the street will be limited. For tickets and more details, go to orlando.gov/events.
Take the family to the Fall Craft Fair at Avalon Park on November 9th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You'll be able to explore a variety of local vendors showcasing homemade treasures, including holiday decorations, delectable sweet treats, captivating paintings, fragrant candles, lush plants, and so much more. Be sure also not to miss out on the Mimosa Bar at the amphitheater. It all takes place at Town Park in Avalon Park. For more information, check out avalonparkorlando.com. So it is known as the greatest show and tell on earth, and it's here in Orlando, and this is Alan Pascal with Maker Faire Orlando, and oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start because Maker Faire seems to have so much variety, but it's for people who are curious, people who love to look at innovation and invention, and people who create things that they just want to show off. So how would you describe Maker Faire in a nutshell?
Well, we call Maker Faire the greatest show and tell on earth. And what it really is a place for people who are inventors, people who are really curious about making things, whether it be electronic or whether it be like soft arts or art. They come out, make things, and it's a very open, family-oriented event where you can actually ask those people how these things are made. So if kids are interested in it, they can come out. And even adults, we have all interests, all ages, and everybody can come out and check it out.
I was looking at some pictures and I see that there are some standout events you have, but some of the exhibitors that will bring their inventions, a lot of DIY inventions, and I was seeing this giant Lego brick creation that could open a gumball machine. I mean, the curiosities are endless.
They really are. I mean, we have people that build like the Lego things. We have people that come out with their train sets, and really show how much effort they put into it. And the most interesting thing to me is that it's not just the technology. I mean, there's like really a lot of art and creativity that goes into this. And there's a lot of teens and kids that really love, obviously, the Legos. But there's a lot of adults that are really seriously into their Legos. And they come out and share that. And then that spills over into the other areas, people that are building like combat robots and actually taking the time to understand the electronics and the radio transmission and all the little technical things that we all love to share with each other.
But that's also a good point where you have the people who have made the thing and then you have the people who are curious, and that just starts conversations and it sparks inspiration.
It really does. You know, a lot of times people just want to go buy something. But imagine a world where, you know, we've gotten to a point where things have become miniaturized and you can buy the components to make these things. So when you buy something off the shelf that does a specific thing, but maybe it's not exactly what you want, you can learn this and you can actually become your own maker. And Maker Faire really kind of sort of inspires that spirit to do those sorts of things.
So from crafting to engineering, what are some of the other things that people can expect at Maker Faire? Because you guys have grown and grown every year. The word is getting out and more people are coming to see what's next.
Well, one of the things that's really kind of a growth area for us recently is cosplay. We've got quite a few people that are very into like the Marvel movies or Star Wars or Star Trek, and they really go all out to create these costumes, whether it's just something that's art from the soft arts where they're sewing. There are some people that make full-on chainmail type like medieval suits, and then there's people that do like electronic art. There's a guy that had completely electronic lighted clothing with LEDs. I mean, it was very amazing. And then you talk to him, he says, "Oh yeah, it's running so many volts, and I've got 750 lights, you know, concurrently blinking." And this is just an amazing thing to see. And it's from that to 3D printing, metalworking. We've got fire exhibits where there's things that are blowing and puffing fire. It's just amazing, different things. Of course, those things are outside, but out at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, we have a really open place to be able to do these things.
There's also something I was looking at. I remember the show that used to be on called BattleBots. Mm-hmm. There's something similar to that Robot Ruckus.
Exactly.
Okay.
Robot Ruckus is our event that we have, and basically really inspired from the combat robot scene where people build their own robots. We call it build your toys and take them out and let others break them, basically. But the BattleBots competition was something that we did for many, many years. And what we've done this year is we've expanded it. We've opened it up so that we can have a lot more people participating, and they're building with smaller robots. And so you'll be able to come in, we'll have 3 arenas, and you'll see a lot more people competing, as well as some of those BattleBot people will be on the scene for you to see some of their bots too.
So there's kind of like a show aspect of it where you can watch an event going on, and you also have panels that are going on. I mean, this is jam-packed what you've got going on for 2 days.
For 2 days, for dues. Actually, this year we're actually doing 3 days.
Oh, you are?
The
Awesome.
first day, however, is only our education day. And we've expanded that to offer different school groups, homeschool, and having these educational groups come out and learn a little bit on that first day.
Okay.
And then the second day and the third day will be open to the public. And what really happens at our event, we have 3 different buildings. With the panels, people that are speaking are everything from owners of major companies, people that are talking about their particular trade, their particular craft, and really sort of coming into a more formal presentation. What this does is it allows those that might not go out and ask the questions and might be interested in hearing more to actually go in and have a sit down and listen to them on stage.
This is just an opportunity to whatever you may be curious or interested about to just spark that inspiration. And I liked what you said earlier is that people could just buy something, and we buy online all the time. This is about really getting into the nitty-gritty about how stuff works, how you could make it yourself. So when is Maker Faire happening?
Maker Faire is November 9th and 10th. Okay. It's at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. You can find out more information on our website, which is makerfaireorlando.com, and Maker Faire is spelled F-A-I-R-E. And definitely, if you're interested, you can come in, learn a little bit more about the maker community. We are people that make things, and we want to inspire you to join us.
And there is definitely shopping to be had, because when I went to your website, I saw all the different things that people have made and then they're offering for you to purchase. So really something for everybody, and very family friendly too, right?
Very family friendly. The shopping includes things like comics, people that make jewelry, all sorts of things. And if you're just interested in just coming out and, kind of sort of getting into the whole concept of doing your own things, a lot of people go to your local hardware stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. Those are our people too. They love to do woodworking and stuff like that. So come out and see some of the old style of making as well as the new.
Awesome. What a great event. Alan Pascal, thank you so much for joining us today. And you heard him. If you want to check out everything that they have to offer, go to their website at makerfairorlando.com.
Every year at the beginning of November, Orlando's Japanese community celebrates art and culture at the Orlando Japan Festival. This year's event takes place on November 10th, and you can experience authentic Japanese music, dance, and other cultural entertainment while enjoying a variety of Japanese food and drink. This festival has become one of the largest of its kind in Central Florida, and you'll find more details at jorlando.org.
This is the 30th anniversary of the Central Florida Job Fair. Since 1994, the Central Florida Employment Council has organized more than 200 job fairs and hiring events. On November 13th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds Expo buildings, this job fair will feature 85 participating companies presenting various job opportunities in the region. Registered attendees can now take advantage of the new job fair mobile app to connect with both employers and job seekers. To register and learn more, go to cfec.org.
Ayanna Barrow, who is the president-elect of the Legal Aid Society of the Orange County Bar Association, joins us to tell us about a big event coming up. Ayanna, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Well, we are having our annual fundraising event called Breakfast of the Champions. It's going to be on November 14th of this year.
And so what is the breakfast about?
Absolutely. So it's an annual fundraiser that we have. It's usually to raise funds. So we invite community partners, supporters, former clients to this event, and it's an event that we put on to help raise money to continue to provide legal services in the Central Florida community.
I was going to ask you, so what does Legal Aid Society do?
Absolutely. So Legal Aid has been around for about 60 plus years, and they provide legal services to indigent and low-income people in the community, so civil legal services.
So is it like criminal stuff, civil? Does it matter?
Yes, absolutely. So it's civil legal services.
Okay.
Yes, so we help people with different things, evictions, divorces, things of that nature, immigration issues. So a lot of anything that's civil related that you wouldn't constitutionally be entitled to a lawyer, legal aid helps those people.
And by provide, do you mean is it free, low cost? What is the structure for somebody who wants to get some help?
Absolutely. So it's free legal services. So it's not counsel and advise, it's actual legal services. So they have an intake department that comes in. If you have an issue, they'll do an intake with you. And then from there, depending on if you meet the requirements, because as we said, you have to be indigent or low income, then you're put into the system, and then there's some attorneys that will assist.
So this Breakfast of Champions actually is a fundraiser to help to support the efforts of the lawyers who are participating to give those legal services.
Absolutely. So yes, it's a fundraiser to help those supporting. So it's something that we heavily rely on to continue to provide legal services.
So is there Breakfast of Champions, is there a speaker? What goes on there?
Absolutely. So usually we have former clients that come in to talk about their stories. Usually it's the stories of resilience and things of that nature. There may be some speakers from time to time and things of that nature. So it's just a way to educate the public as well as get together with our partners and things to showcase the things that the Legal Aid Society is doing.
That's excellent. So once again, it is on the 14th, and what time? Early morning?
It is early morning. It's called Breakfast of Champions for a reason. So it's from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Breakfast time.
Absolutely.
That's good. Okay. And so people should be prepared to come and learn, but also if you have the ability to give.
Yes. So you'll come, you'll learn about the Legal Aid Society, the things that they've done. You potentially will hear stories from former clients. And then yes, at the time, you'll either potentially be able to give if you can give, but just educational.
Nice, nice. Generally speaking, because you're president-elect, what is the age range of the person who might be looking? Is it older people who are looking? Is it some young families? Who usually takes advantage of legal aid?
So there's no age restriction on legal aid. So they advise and help people from younger generation as well as to the more seasoned.
Great, fantastic. So if somebody wanted to know more information about the Breakfast of the Champions, where would they go to find information?
Yes, they can visit the Legal Aid Society's website to register for the event. And it's actually very important because this is our first time being live since COVID.
Oh, great, okay.
Yes, so we have not been in person in live for a very long time. So this is the first time in 4 years.
Well, Ayanna, thank you so much for being with us and telling us about this exciting and important event coming up.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you at the Breakfast of the Champions on November 14th at the Plaza Live.
The Orange County Office on Aging presents the next edition of its Life Information for Elders series, and this month's theme highlights senior safety and hurricane preparedness. The seminar will be held on the 21st at noon at the Orlando Public Library's main branch, and all seminars are free. To register for a single class or the entire series, email officeonaging@ocfl.net.
So the mimosa bar.
Yeah, I heard
Back to
that.
that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite mix-in? Because I'm on a cranberry kick right now.
I tend to be more mango. these
Mango?
days. Yeah.
Okay, I
Something
love
a
it.
little different.
I love how they're like, which mimosa do you want? And they like name off 6 juices.
Yeah, I like the pineapple as well. Yeah, I went through a cranberry phase.
Yeah, I'm in
But-
that cranberry phase, but that sounds like an awesome event. Avalon Park always has great events.
always.
And it brings the community out, which is super fun. What a great part about being in Avalon Park.
Wonderful. Well, that wraps up this week of events, and if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.
Hi, it's Carissa. Join me on Taste of the Town, where we explore beautiful restaurants here in Orlando, all while enjoying their tasty cuisine. Come with me to visit Sugar Factory so you too can enjoy your taste of the town. Come on, let's go. Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm your host, Carissa Clark. Today we're here at Sugar Factory at Icon Park. And I would like to introduce you to Chef Juan. Hi, Chef Juan. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Carissa.
So I am super excited because Chef has a super delicious meal, and I think that you're really going to love it. The approach here is to have something that's really, really special that you can make at home. So kindly walk everyone through it, Chef.
So what I have here today is a super cheesy burger. And when I say it's super cheesy, it's super cheesy.
Super cheesy.
Super cheesy.
Okay.
So the way we're gonna start off is we're gonna take 2 4-ounce balls of meat,
Okay.
of hamburger meat. 80-20 is what I use here.
All right.
We're gonna sit there and smash those out to where they're as thin as possible.
Okay.
That's the reason why the patty looks so small.
Okay.
But I promise you, it's 8 ounces.
Okay, all right, sounds
All
good.
right. So, as that's cooking, we're gonna sit there and we're gonna dress our burger.
Okay, so
We're
what
gonna
is
use
this?
our signature Sugar Factory sauce.
Okay.
So this is our signature sauce. We use this on just about
And
anything
what
and everything.
is the signature sauce? Is it a secret?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Oh my gosh, please.
It's Thousand Island.
Oh,
it's nothing special.
yum. But it is special,
Oh
right?
yeah, it's special to us because
But
it's
is-
our signature sauce.
Oh, come on.
So we got our signature sauce down. Then we're gonna start building.
Okay.
We start off with about 2 ounces of lettuce.
All right.
Then you get 2 slices of tomatoes, which ends up to being about 2 ounces as well.
Okay.
And we'll do the same with pickles.
All right.
So you got that.
Yum.
That is your base.
Ah, love
All right?
that. Okay.
So then we're going to place these two patties right on top of that.
Now, so this is so interesting. Are you observing what I'm observing? I would tend to make it the other way. I would naturally start off with the meat and build upon that. So what is the idea with starting with the toppings on the bottom?
The idea with starting with the toppings on the bottom is to make sure that as we're building it, that
Yes.
we're building it outwards so that way every bite matters. We get a taste of every single ingredient
See,
in
it's
every
covering the
single bite.
circumference of that bun as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So to top this off, we're going to sit there and add us some deep fried crispy onions.
Yum.
And again, cover the whole
And
entirety
I love that they're
of
deep
this.
fried as opposed to the raw onions. I know that that can go either direction, but that's definitely an element of yumminess.
Okay, so
Okay.
what we're gonna do now is we're gonna top this burger. Right?
Okay.
So
Wow.
you're gonna get you a regular mold, cookie cutting mold.
Okay.
Just a circular cooking cutter
What
mold.
is happening?
And you're going to put that right on top.
No way.
Yeah, definitely. And now we've got some hot melted cheese. And we're gonna put that
This is
right
like silly.
into
This
that
is
mold.
silliness. All right. All right.
And the hotter the better. Because
Okay.
look at what's fixing to happen.
Oh, I would never think to do this. So when you are hosting with the Mosting, right, and you want to make a delicious burger, I honestly would never think to do this at all. And this is like a showstopper. People are going to talk about this.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're definitely going to talk about this. But,
Okay.
So what happens here is the idea
Yes.
is that we take this to the table.
Okay.
We have a glass of smoking ice water. It's smoking because of dry ice, right?
Drama.
So as it comes to the table, we place it down in front of you
All right.
and we remove this.
Oh, stop it.
And the cheese is supposed to go everywhere.
Wow, that looks so good. Are you salivating? I am salivating. This is like a burger that's like the next level. I mean, I know I want to get a little bit of taste of this cheese, and I want to have a little bit of this. I mean, to just get in there, let's be realistic. This is like a moment. This is a whole experience. Oh my goodness. Yum. Yum.
If you like cheesy stuff, this is where it's at.
Who's feeling cheesy?
I'm always cheesy.
Feeling cheesy. Chef Juan, thank you so much.
you, Carissa.
I'm telling you, that is so good. Please go to our website to get more details, and I invite you to come here to Sugar Factory so you get to enjoy your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.